A Newcastle man has been arrested at the Sydney airport, flying in with over 750,000 images of child sexual abuse found across all his devices. Now that represents 750,000 acts. I don't know whether he personally was involved in doing the acts or whether he filmed them or however he got the images, but he was arrested on entry back into the country. Now, this man has been granted bail, so he's out in the Newcastle area. If you know anyone in Newcastle, tell them to keep an eye on their children. I cannot believe that these people are allowed back out into the community. Now, the reason I know about this particular case is because there's a young man on Instagram called Griffin Hughes, and he is doing a run from the bottom of Australia right up to the top to raise awareness for this kind of crime. What happens is these people go into court, they get let out on bail, or they get some kind of a lenient sentence because someone goes in there and vouches for them. Someone says, oh, he was a good boy, he did community service, he was raised this way or that, he had this good thing and that good thing, and for that reason, they let him out on bail. But I would be saying, are you kidding me? After having that upbringing and doing that good thing and having this thing go in your favor, you still became the kind of person who abuses thousands and thousands of children in this sex tourism. I hate to tell you, Australia, but Australian men, I think, are the number one proponents of sex tourism in Asia. And I think American men come in second. So as much as I'm upset about young girls being married off to old men in backyards, and by the way, under the Minns Labor government, that number has increased. That's another story. But Australian men are going over to Asia to abuse children. They come back into the country with all their videos so they can put them online and earn money. And these people are getting lenient sentences because, oh, this good behavior and that good behavior. Well, let me say, if you've had every chance at a good life and you're still the kind of animal who wants to go and abuse children, it's not just sex, it's abuse. It's heinous abuse to little children. If that's you, then you should straight to the gallows, mate. Straight to the gallows. No, there's no, oh, this is going to get you off lenient. The more you try and convince me that you should have leniency for this good reason or that good reason, straight to the gallows. And if there's a cheaper way to do it, if it's an injection, whatever it is, we don't want to keep you alive in our prisons for 30 years. We don't. We want you off the street and preferably underground. You know, another thing they do is confess and, oh, I've turned to Jesus, I've turned to God, and now I'm a Christian, I'm never going to do it again. Okay, that's great. Make your peace with God. You'll be seeing him in about 10 minutes. Okay, off you go. It's not up to us to decide where the soul of this man will end up. But it is up to us to decide what kind of a society we're going to live in. And if people, men and some women, but usually men, are going to do this crime with impunity over and over, what sex offender is not going to come to Australia to do this when 750,000 images and you're let out on bail in the Newcastle area? So please, people in Newcastle, be aware. And please go and follow Griffin Hughes. I'll leave a link in this description. And there's also an account called Motion for Justice. They're going to do this big run to raise awareness. So get behind them and let's do this, Australia, shoulder to shoulder, hand in hand, for the love of country and for the saving of our children, not just here in Australia, but in Thailand and places in Asia as well. Can we do that? All right, let me a comment. Let me know what you think.